So hi guys, we already learned about the Git branch and how to push your code from your local repository to a server repository. That is, we tried with the GitHub repository, and you can also try with other repositories like GitLab or Bitbucket, etc. So today we will see how to push the Git branches to the remote repository. Okay, before that we are into our Git tutorial folder, and this is the Git bash over there, and let's write over here git status. And okay, so let's commit that thing. Let git add dot and then git commit -m example1.txt is modified. And now let's go into Chrome and right over here GitHub, and let's go to our that repository git tutorial demo, and let's dismiss this thing. So you can see there is only one branch, that is, if you click on that, that is the master branch, and this is the by default branch. And let's go back, and actually we have to push this example1.txt over here, then we will create a new branch. Okay, so let's write over here git remote -u and then origin master. Okay, I did a mistake. I actually wrote git remote -u. It should be like git push -u. So git push -u origin and master. It will take some time. And yeah, so the what is that example1.txt modified version is successfully pushed over here. And if you see, the example1.txt is modified 2 minutes ago. Yeah, so it's successfully pushed. Now let's go into our folder, and let's create a branch. Before that, if I write git branch, oh sorry, git branch, you can see there is a login branch and a master branch, and we already merged the login branch with the master branch in our previous tutorial, that is the git branch tutorial. So I'll just create another new branch. So you can create a new branch with the old method which we already learned in our previous tutorials, but now we will create the git branch in the new method, that is like git checkout -b, and then suppose I create a branch called about. Okay, and then click enter. Now you can see it actually switched into the about branch. You can see over here, now we are into the about branch, and git checkout -b actually did like it created the branch about and it moved to the about branch. You can see switch to a new branch about, right? So over here I'll just create a new HTML file, about.html, and over here I'll just write this is actually I am writing some text. Actually you should do a proper coding of HTML, but for a beginner I am assuming that you don't know HTML, that's why I am doing this thing. So this is about us page, and now save this thing. And for example, in this about us page, we don't want that login.html, so I will just delete that login.html. And now if I write git status, you can see the login.html is deleted and about.html is untracked because it is just created. So I'll just add git add dot and then commit -m, then about us created. And now suppose you are working on this about us page at your home, and you are working on the master branch in your office. And now after creating this about us page at your home, you again went to your office and you were working in the master branch. So I'll just write git checkout master, and now if I write git branch, you can see the master branch is start, so that means we are into the master branch, and the login.html is back and the about us page is gone. So you are working over here. For example, I'll just open you know um, or I'll just create another HTML file that is suppose home.html, or you can say okay, the index.html is already created, so I'll just write footer.html and delete the .txt file and then click enter, and over here I'll open it with notepad and write over here this is footer and save this file. Now, after some days, when you completed your the About Us page and you want to show the About Us page to your boss, and if your boss agrees with your designing skills, then maybe he will tell you that you should merge the About Us branch with the master branch. But before that, let me push this footer file to the remote repository, because you can see over here there is no footer.html. So I'll just go over here and write git add dot, then git commit hyphen m, then footer created, then git push origin master. And now if I refresh it, and you can see the footer file is successfully created 19 seconds ago. So but if you go into this branch, you can see there is only master branch, but in the git bash, if you write git branch, you can see there are three branches: master, about, and login. But it is only showing the master branch because you only push the master branch, not other branches, but you want to showcase your work of about section to your boss, so you want to push the about branch to the server repository. So to do that, you have to go into the about branch. So let's go there. Git checkout. Sorry, git checkout about, and now we are into this about branch, you can see. And now over here, first of all, we have to check if this is successfully committed, like if there is any status. So I'll just write git status. Remember, every time whenever you are check out from any branch, you should write the git status, because if there is something you didn't commit in the previous branch, that will totally lost. And now I'll just push this about branch to the GitHub repository. So to do that, you have to write git push origin, then the branch name you want to use in the GitHub repository. For example, I want to use like about us, or whatever you want. I'll just write about and then click enter. And you can see this about branch is successfully created in the GitHub repository with the same name, that is about, because we write over here about. If you write over here about us, then it will be shown like this: about, then this arrow sign, and then about us. So now if I refresh this page, you can see the default branch is master. Then we added this about branch about 7 minutes ago, and now the active branch is about, because now we are okay, sorry, now we are into this about branch, that's why it is showing the active branch is about. So now you push the about branch in your GitHub repository, and now you can showcase your work with your boss. Now your boss will click on this branch, about branch, and see whatever changes you did over there. So that means you created this about.html file, you deleted the login.html, and there is no footer over here. So your boss will agree or disagree with your decision, and after that, if he confirms that you can merge this about us page with the home page, now you have to merge that about us page with the master branch. So let's go into the git bash. I'll just increase the font size, and so I'll just need to move to the main branch, that is master. Git checkout master. And before merging, I'll just tell you one trick. So if you want to delete any unused branch, for example, there is git branch. Yeah, so there is a login branch which we already merged with the master, but it is still there. We don't want it to be there. We just want to delete that thing, right? So to delete some branches, you have to write this code: git branch hyphen d and then the branch name, that is login, for example. If you press enter, then you can see deleted the branch login. But you already know that we didn't merge the about branch with the master branch. So if you write over here git branch minus t and then about, it will show like error because the branch about is not fully merged because you didn't merge the about branch. So if you want to delete this thing, you have to write git branch, then a capital D hyphen, then capital D, then the branch name. Okay. So in that way, you can delete the about branch without merging that branch with the master. But if you want to merge the branch with master, you have to first of all merge that branch. Then you can write this code git branch hyphen small d then about. Okay. So let's merge the about branch with the master, git merge, and then the branch name, that is about, and the commit name is merge branch about. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll just exit from this vim editor, escape, clone wq, then press enter. So you can see the about branch is successfully merged with the master branch. So if I write git status, you can see there is nothing to commit, but we have to push the extra things to our GitHub repository over here. So now we are into this about branch. Let's go into the master branch. Yeah, so you can see there is no about.html over here. So now if I push that thing, git push origin master, and if I refresh this page, you can see the about.html is successfully added over here. So that means the about branch is successfully merged with the master branch. And if I write over here git branch, now you can see there is a master branch and about branch, and now we can delete the about branch because we already merged the about branch with the master branch. So let's write over here git branch hyphen d and then about, and then click enter. You can see deleted the branch about, and if you write git branch again, you can see there is only master branch. But sorry, but if you reload this page, you can still see there are two branches over here, and if you click on it, you can see there are two branches, that is master and about branch, right? That means the about branch is clear from our git bash, that means from our local repository, but the about branch is still there in the server repository, and we want to delete the about branch from here also. So to do that, you have to write like this: git push hyphen d, then origin, and then the branch name which one you want to delete from the server repository. For me, this is about, and then click enter. Now you can see that the about branch is successfully deleted. And now if you go into the repository and refresh that page, you can see there is again only one branch, that is master, and there is no about branch. And if you go over here, you can see the about.html is successfully added with this, and that means the about branch is successfully merged with the master branch, and we deleted the about branch. So in this way, you can push the branches in the git repository, as well as you can delete the branches from the git repository and the git bash itself.